Okay, we are live finally at some point this week. I am sorry that I had to cancel on Thursday and Friday. We had weather, and then I was not feeling well at all on Friday. And then we had more weather, so we're gonna have a couple of days without weather. But there will be no Planet Zoo stream on this coming Friday. Our town is doing fireworks in the evening, and we have to run errands that morning, so I'm just not gonna have time to squeeze in a Planet Zoo stream in between errands and fireworks. I'm not going to the fireworks. I'm gonna be here trying to convince the dog that the world's not ending, and because of the noises. Husband might be going though. I don't like how loud they are. They're loud enough in our house, and we're several blocks away. So it was like maybe a 5-7 minute walk. Depending on your speed, could be closer to 10. But I did say I wanted to try to get some bonus stream work done. I did get the other piece done, so it's off my stand. We're gonna have fun playing with that in a minute. But this is the first Christmas kit. Sorry, plastic. That we are going to be working on. So let's go ahead and open this up. I have not done a kit from this company yet. So this should be interesting. Get the crinkly plastic out here. Alright, so I did one from a different company that had the same style of hoop, and I really liked it. We'll see if this is the same hoop. There is a needle threader here, and I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. It is soda can thin. It's probably thinner than soda can. It's very flimsy and flexy. It is not solid. We will see how that goes. That there. Alright, so there's a little thank you note in here. Dear customer, thank you for purchasing. I don't know how to pronounce this. Zenqing? I don't know how to pronounce that. I know Chinese letters, letters for Chinese names sound differently. Like NG sounds like a W, so I don't know that I am saying that right. We hope you love it. Your honest feedback on your Amazon package. No, your Amazon your honest, oh my god, words. Hang on. Let's reload the brain. Your honest feedback on your Amazon purchase page would be incredibly valuable to us and other shoppers. We welcome all experiences. They help us improve. If you have any questions, please contact us via Amazon messages first. Thank you again. I should ask them what a free fancy stitch means. So I had taken a quick peek at this, and I saw a free fancy stitch in there, and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, so they gave us a hoop. Let's check out this bad boy. Oh, it is similar. It's not the same, but it's similar. It's got this little groove in the hoop. And then there's this like little bump out in this hoop to kind of help you lock your fabric in. I do like that. We'll see if it works as well as it did on a previous one that I've used. It's a little different. We got a little tiny pair of very flimsy scissors. They stick a bit in here. They're a little rough there, but I mean, they are cheaper scissors. The whole kit, I think, was $9.99 thereabouts. I did get it on Amazon. All right, let's get the glary plastic over there. All right, so Wow, okay, I never read the front of this. I don't know what this means. This is a bad translation, right?
Almost undoubtedly.
Do you even know what I'm seeing?
No, but it's a pretty safe assumption.
Embroidery Hansen ability erase the jog of life? What is this? I'm so confused. I don't know what that means. It's a little blurry there. I don't know. I don't know if the letters are just not spaced correctly or what. Okay. Package includes 1 piece pre-printed embroidery cloth, 2 pieces embroidery needles, instructions of embroidery, enough embroidery thread. If you say so. Alright, so when we unfold this, this is what is on the inside. So we have a printed photo. This one is printed as well. And it has little dashy lines pointing to different sections and what stitches we're supposed to use. Oh, okay. No, sorry. I was like, this is stopping my brain already. I was starting to panic a little because I'm like, wait, I don't see the colors mentioned. But apparently there are these little tiny minute symbols next to, can't even see that, next to the type of stitch, and they've got a chart over here. Oh wait, no, that, huh? Wait, no. No, those don't correspond. They did give you the DMC color numbers though, so I guess if you run out of thread, you can get more. If it matches. Huh. Okay. 3. Wait, maybe it does match. Oh no, wait, you know what? It does match. Those aren't symbols, those are numbers. Okay. The one I can't read this. The 10 looked like a letter K from a certain distance. If I put it right up to my face, okay. All right, never mind. That crisis averted. It does list the colors. I stand corrected. I was gonna say that makes no sense. Okay, so that's cleared up. The colors are listed on this side. Okay. Sorry. It's so tiny, I misread it. Now, I thought this fancy free stitch was just on one item. It's 2/3 of the project. I tried to look it up on Google, and it brought me to a Reddit post where somebody was asking the same question. So I'm wondering if they had a kit from the same company. Because this is the first time I've ever seen this fancy free stitch mentioned. And they said they could not find out what it was anywhere, so they just did long and short. So that might be what we have to end up doing. Okay. So it looks like satin stitch, fancy free, satin stitch, outline stitch, satin stitch, satin stitch, straight line stitch, satin stitch, satin stitch. But see, they mentioned long and short, so there's something over here. We'll get to that in a minute. They do say something about long and short in here. Back line. Fancy free, leaf stitch. Fancy free, satin, and satin. Now, there is a little guide that they have over here that says satin stitch. Sir, question. Your cell phone. Are you able to get a free translation app from taking a photo?
Possibly.
Because I'm wondering if this fancy free stitch is just a bad translation.
Do you have the original language?
Yes.
I'm not getting that.
It's in 2 different languages here. And everything else I've looked up, I cannot find it. And I'm wondering if this is like a direct translation or what. So satin stitch, I have other methods for translating that. Leaf stitch, I have another dictionary I can look that up in. Long and short, I basically know.
Alright, so
That letter F there.
fancy free stitch.
So that is the direct translation. Okay. Long short is, I've done that before. Back stitch is,
Actually, you know what? Let me do this again. I'm going to cover this. Make sure it didn't accidentally. Okay, that did not translate on its own.
huh.
Oh, hang on, I might have to set the base language.
To detect base language and translate to English. Like, if I had a digital copy, I would just do it myself through Google Translate, but...
Sorry, I have to download the language in order to translate with it.
Like, I'm not sure which...
It's going slow as balls, so...
I don't know what language it is. I don't know if it's Chinese or...
I'm starting with the assumption Chinese.
And then there's different dialects of Chinese, so I don't know.
Yes, but they'll probably use simplified for a commercial product being exported, so...
Yeah, because there's, Cantonese and Mandarin. Because their little photo explaining it doesn't make sense to me whatsoever.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get this to work. Might be working. Alright, let's have a look.
Sorry, I don't have enough fingers.
Not working, and I don't know why it's not working. Okay, no, there it is. Yeah, that's the direct translation, supposedly.
Direct translation? Doesn't make sense. So there's a tiny one out, to enter. So 1 out, 2 enter. Like, it doesn't make sense. I might just do my version of long short and just be done with it. Cause what? Okay. Surprised we don't have any French knots. Okay. That is just pointing to the background that says straight line stitch. I don't know what you mean. Okay. This one's gonna be an adventure, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna set that to the side. Let's take a look at what we've got in here. I'm sorry, what? There's no way. There's no way. Okay. There's the needles. I was starting to panic because I didn't see them. How is this enough? This doesn't... I have some DMC floss. Is it the same colors? I don't know. Have some. This feels like a pinky red. Is this at least 6 strands? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is 6. Oh, wow. That's a pretty good match. Which color is this? I don't know. I buried my stickers. Right. Okay, so when I redo these, I really need to put them on the outer edge. So hang on, let me... Bear with me here. This is my first time really getting into the nitty-gritty of this. My other kit that I got from a different company had a lot more floss with it, and I actually had a little bit left over on some of the colors, which makes me feel better than seeing the absolute bare minimum amount. Sorry, I'm trying to unwind this enough where I can make out my sticker. Okay, so next time I need to reposition my tape so it's on the edge. Or break down and buy a sticker sheet for Christmas. Which I probably should do. Is this not? Wait. I'm not seeing tape. Is this a Coates and Clark color? Get out. It is, because I don't have a piece of tape on it. Well then, kids. Those are very different. Like, these look pretty close. So if I run out of this number 4 color, which is supposed to be 666 on DMC, some of the DMC ones I do have it. I do have it. Some of them I did not take off of their original cards because I didn't have enough cards. Okay, yeah, okay. They do match the DMC, at least that one does. Okay. Alrighty. So that seems to be accurate. So if I run out, we should be able to fix the situation. One way or another. Whether that's ordering from Michael's or trying to track it down in person. I have a couple in-person options. Okay. Alright, well that makes me feel a little bit better. Why don't you want to close? Okay. So. This is supposedly enough floss. Yeah, I don't believe you, but we'll figure it out. Sure. Sure it is. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Let's get this guy in our hoopy hoop. I may have to get a different finish hoop for it. Yeah, because that one's a little small. And I don't know what size that is. That might be... On the figures, numbers stand for serial numbers on threads, and the letters stand for stitches. I didn't see letters anywhere. 2 strands means 2 strands. Okay, well, okay. I'm with you to that point, at least. Okay. This one doesn't talk about not getting the thing wet. Sorry, it was a little... not centered. This is the hardest part, right? Trying to get you in here somewhat centered. At least that's the goal. Alright, so I'm going to start to tighten this. At least enough where I think I can start pulling everybody a little bit tighter. Slowly. Like the hoop slipped off the project there those couple times because I didn't have the hoop tight at all, really. I'm a little close to the top here, but I still got some room to move. There's like a slight bump in there from all right, we're definitely drum taut. Okay, probably pretty good there. Okay, you are not wide enough. So I am gonna get my screwdriver and we are going to release the Kraken. There we go. We need to bring that. I can move that side too if it comes to it. Okay, so just try to get this rolled up here. Right, we should probably make sure that is at least all right. I will worry about the viewing angle in a minute. Right now, I am just a little more preoccupied with trying to get this guy. Let me open him up a little bit more. Come on. So it's not like super. There we go. Maybe I just didn't have it loosened quite enough there. Oh wait, am I going the wrong way? No. Okay, so now not quite. Right, so I'm gonna tighten both sides just to make sure we're good. I'm gonna leave that close by just in case I did not get that to where I needed it to be. All right, that looks pretty good there. All right, so I need to get this lined up here. It's gonna look a little blurry in a minute. And I didn't have it adjusted. Okay, we can't go up any higher in that direction. You know what? That's fine. I might end up coming in a little. All right, that's probably. That's not so bad. All right, I have to have it on a slight angle so I can see what I'm doing here. So the knobs on the sides turn opposite of each other to tighten them. These things. To tighten your angle. Feels like that's got a decent grip on that there. Okay, that's still probably a little. Well, that's a lot blurry. Okay. Too far. That's not bad. I mean, the pattern itself is a little blurry. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The photo's different. What the fuck? Oh no, it's there. Holy shit. Oh, okay. So, okay. So this is the pattern, right? Do y'all see what's missing? Or what looks like it's missing on first glance? The snowflakes. I just realized there are snowflakes everywhere on here, and they're not on here. Except they are, but they're so faint from the color copy that I almost missed them. Remember up here, and I'm like, okay, this straight line stitch is just pointing to the background. It's pointing to a snowflake that is almost invisible on this copy. Because then I'm looking over here, I'm like, well, no, there is a snowflake there. It's very faint. You can't even see it on the camera. There's a little something at the top of that leaf next to that foot there, in between those two chickens. Okay. Well, we are all hooped up. I don't know where I want to start. Do we only show once? Cause right, this one is pointing to this leaf here. And this is pointing to that chicken. And this is pointing to this part of this chicken. This is pointing to a foot. This is pointing to a berry. This is pointing to... Oh. Well, that's interesting. There's some instructions missing. Oh boy. So there's one stitch instruction pointing to here for one color. Okay. They're not mentioning the white line here. Number 7. What is 7? Alright, so 7's this dark shade in the tail. This shade is, this line is going to this red part. What about the dots? What are these? They're on the pattern. They're right there. They're not being addressed over here either. The fuck is this madness? Okay, this line, they're 11. They're addressing over here, but they didn't address the white line here. So I guess we can use that instruction for that. This is being addressed up here. Who designed this? The snowflakes falling. The round snow in here isn't addressed at all, from what I can tell. That has also been ignored. Okay. From what I can tell, unless I'm just missing it. I do not believe we have enough red for this. Any of the shades of red. We will see. I can get the colors and they do match though. So there is that. Okay, so it looks like all of the leaves are going to be the leaf stitch. Okay. I don't know that I like their explanation of leaf stitch. I have a different explanation of it that I will end up using instead. Alright. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna need this extra time to figure this the fuck out. Oh my god. Alright, so number 8 is 890 in the DMC. Okay. Sorry, I had a slight panic looking over here. I'm like, that's orange. No. Alright, so it's this shade of green here. Okay. Set that over there. Alright, now it looks like everything is 2 strands. What is number 1? Okay, 1 is a brown. And that is going to be that. My nails dirty already. I just cleaned them before we got started. All right. Well, 40 minutes into figuring this thing out. Okay. Good times, good times. All right. So we need 2 strands. So let's go ahead and separate this out. I am sorry if my hat dips into the shot. The fan is right. Oh boy. You weren't supposed to split quite that far down, I'm afraid. Okay. Alright, so there's 2. Now if I can just get you to separate, we'll be looking pretty good. And then I'll take a look at the needles they gave me. I have... Oh shit. Don't do that. Why? Why are you... No. That was not appropriate. That was highly ridiculous. What is your... What is your malfunction? It's just one of them days. Thank you. Okay. 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 Alright. Knot has been dealt with. I've had strands that just split beautifully, and then others that are just a trial. Okay. Oh boy, this is quite the long guy. Okay, I'm gonna sit you over there. Alright, let me disentangle you. Oh, jeez. Okay, so they gave us this little envelope. It says cross stitch. Delm. Okay. Gosh. Oh, 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 wow. Those are some chunky needles. Okay. I'm gonna use my own. Those are kind of scary for the size that we are doing. All right. So shall we try? I don't even know that we really need this needle threader, but all right, through the needle first, ma'am. Oh, you know what? This needle threader is not gonna work on my needle. That might be why the eye was so scarily chunky big on that. I don't know, that needle just seemed a little much for 2 strands and no super fancy stitches. Yeah, like 2 strand just glides into this. Into this needle without an issue. For me, at least. Alright, let's try out these scissors. Oh, they cut. They're a little wiggly back and forth. But it cut. Okay, now I'm going to grab my guide real quick. Where did I put it? Is it back in my bag of stuff? It had been sitting on my desk here. Gotcha. Okay, so this stitchy guide came with one of my Learn Stitchy kits, so these are a little bit easier. So that's a fishbone stitch, satin leaf stitch. We're looking for the straight up. Oh, dang cat! There's teeth marks in this. At the bottom edge. Thank you, Mr. Bean. Goodness, he's a destructive child. I know there was a regular leaf stitch here. Where was it? Turn stitch. Satin leaf. Fishbone. Honestly, it kind of looks like the fishbone. But not exactly. Alright, let me just make sure real quick before I get too deep in the weeds on here and be like, oh no, I did it wrong. Alright, let's go here. And here. Alright, let's try the 2-minute explanation. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so there's the one bit there. Okay. So that kind of explained that. Okay. Alrighty, so leaf stitch. Where do I want to even start? I don't know. Yeah, man, that other needle was gonna be huge on this fabric. Like, absolutely huge. That would have been leaving some chunky holes for 2 strands to be coming through. That's a little scary. To be perfectly honest. Well, we'll do what we can with what we got, right? You okay?
Yeah, cow's not getting the hint.
Yeah, it's officially a stream, you guys. And hey, Moobot's doing its job. Okay. Alright, well, there's our first one for the day. Okay, where was I? Okay, I did not have much practice with this particular stitch. Because I am still kind of new to the different stitches and all. Oh. Well, dang. See, I do it on this stuff too. It's not just on the canvas. It's a gift. I suppose. That's what we're gonna call it. Now, if only said gift would happen at times where I need it to do that. then we'd be looking pretty good. Sorry, the one tutorial I saw talked about like breaking it up into sections so that you can try to keep your angle from getting too lost in the weeds and straightening out. By using your periodic lines as sort of like your guidelines to remind you about the angle that you were shooting for, essentially. Now, I didn't see anything mentioned. Maybe I just didn't notice it because my brain was buffering about everything else that was going on with these instructions. I didn't see any mention of this, the background pattern removal. Because some of these kits, or at least the last three I had, or the first three, I guess, and the last three, the kits that I had gotten previously from a different company, they mentioned on there, don't get this wet because the pattern will come off. That was interesting. I had a little tiny fuzzy of a strand of our base fabric just kind of appear on the surface. I am trying to get this in here. I really liked this pattern. We'll see if this company ends up disappointing. That needle did not want to come up through there. So, where I'm struggling in a couple spots here to get this needle up makes me wonder what kind of carnage that other needle was going to do or leave behind, because that was a big guy. So now the lady I had seen do this had separated it down on one side and then kind of did the other. So I don't know what that does for thread extension, but or doesn't. I guess we'll find out. So I started to get oh, I had two happen at the same time. Sorry, something caught my eye. And I'm like, that doesn't have a line through it. There's a second one in here. Did I? Oh, I reported. I got one, but not the other one. I'm confused. It's a confused brain day. We'll blame the heat, even though I've not really been outside today because it's hot. We went out this morning. I opted out of the evening run because it was so hot. And I felt like the other dog was going to be on a grass munching fest, and they spray part of the grass at the park that we go to. And we don't know what they spray it with. But whatever it is, it kills whatever grows in that section, and I'm like, Like, I don't think it's anything life-threatening because they get a bunch of deer and stuff at times that walk through there. But all the same, I'd rather they not eat the grass there. You okay? Husband's trying to figure out a programming issue. It doesn't sound like it's going well.
It's really not. It's okay.
Do you need to walk away from it for a minute?
No, I do not.
Because you sound about as frustrated as I am with these directions. Alright, my Kindle screen decided it wasn't going to show what we were currently doing. For random reasons, because I didn't touch it. But it likes to do that. So this is a dark green. So let me see here. The pattern is calling it color 890. DMC color 890. Ultra dark pistachio green. Excuse me. So that's something. I suppose, in case anybody was curious. about the color shade. Oh, no, 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 don't grab that. Let's not. I know it's difficult, but could we maybe try to behave? I like directions that are a little more clear. It's definitely DIY is what is on the front of the kit. Here's some thread. Here's some type of direction. Here's a sort of color placement. And, you know, we'll just leave the rest up to you, I guess. Don't really know. These lines are so thin. It's a little tricky to try to figure out if I'm in the right spot. Okay, that was the hole I just went down. Now I know if I did it the traditional way that I'm supposed to, I wouldn't have that happen as much. I do know this. But, meh. I like my way better. It gets us there in the end, right? So that's like the main thing, is getting us there in the end. Oh, anyway, before I got distracted and interrupted by dealing with the spam bots, I was starting to say I was working on getting Bookshop Simulator. I started working on that edit and couldn't hear my audio again. Like with what happened towards the end of working on the last few episodes of Little Known Galaxy, where my audio was not playing in DaVinci, and I'm like, you're killing me, Smalls. What is the problem? I'm like, I have it on the raw video. It's not like my mic got mad and stopped working. I mean, that has happened periodically, but no, there was audio recorded, but it would not play it for me. And I'd been battling it before, and we found a minor workaround with Audacity, and I couldn't remember how I was supposed to do it. And with me doing those sorts of edits every couple of weeks and then forgetting by time I got around to editing that again where I needed the audio, I was gonna go crazy. So I was like, no. So husband was searching and searching and searching. He's like, there's supposed to be an option here to do the thing. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, are you sure you're searching under the version that I have? And he's like, yeah, you should have the newest version. I'm like, are you sure? Because I've never updated that. And he's like, huh? I was like, I have never manually updated that. It's never said it needed an update. I've never seen a message about, oh, it has completed auto update or anything. And he's like, huh. So then he did some more digging. No, I was not on the right version. I was not on the most recent version. So upgrading, updating to that version, the most newest version, fixed the audio issue very well. However, it created another issue. It's not a major issue. It's just a my brain issue where it was really fast to just when you were in the cutting room screen to just what is it? Right click with your mouse on the timeline with the little timeline thingy anchored and just, right click, oh, split the feed, split the feed, split the feed, and then you could also right click again and take that part out. Super fast. Um DaVinci, why? Why did you remove that? Apparently it's been gone for a couple of versions. I was still on 18 and apparently they're on 21. So, I didn't know that it had been gone for a little while now. And my brain is having a really hard time coping with the fact that I now have to take more time to go to the side of the track and pick up the little scissor tool and do it that way. So, I might be able to keyboard shortcut it, but then that's 2 keys I have to hit when I could just move the mouse. So, why? Why you gotta make things more difficult? Why? So the back of this is probably gonna be fairly... Oh, no, 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 no. Don't want to do that. I have gotten it caught on the circles on here. That sucks. Not a fan of that. Because it gets all sorts of jammed up in there. I'm gonna try to fill that in. There's like the tiniest little gap between those two spots. That's where I really want to be, but like as long as our shape is somewhat there, then that is probably the main victory, right? Wow, that color looks almost black on the screen for me. Which is why I wanted to tell you what the DMC color was supposed to be. Keep getting my fingers caught. in the thread underneath. Like, that's not gonna help nobody. So when you have unsteady hands and you're trying to hit a specific point, it starts to turn into an adventure of, am I close? Will I hit the thing? Maybe. Maybe not. As long as we're close, right? This leaf was like a little misshapen. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. This one's for my mom. She can't see that well. So she's not gonna notice any minor detail issues. So I've gotten 3 episodes of, or 3 recording sessions of not little, come on brain, keep up, with Bookshop Simulator edited today. I have a couple more. I have a total of 10 recorded, so I've gotten 3 edited together. Okay, see, that's what I thought that looked like in there. Thought that looked like I had a section showing where I had potentially missed a stitch there, or left too big of a gap, really. And fact, I have another one right in here, I think. Did I get it? Maybe. Not sure if I'm a huge fan of this method. I'm like doing a lot of back and forth. Uh-oh. Let's not be silly. I mean, let's face it, I can't even follow the right angle when I have a guideline. Because it's me. So my expectations are, right, this is only one Okay. Yeah, I think I need to get more of this color. I should probably see if I have this color, because there's a very good chance that I do. A very good chance. So let's see. It's a darker green. I don't think I do. It's almost like a Christmassy green. Those are kind of like a brown green. Hmm. Well, hold on. Well, maybe that one, but no, that is definitely not the right shade of green. Alright, so I'm gonna have to either do a Walmart run, potentially. I'm just looking at how much I've used so far on this one section, and I'm looking at all of the other holly there is to go, and that the amount that they gave me, so I'm not real confident. Okay, well, that's not gonna work from there. What about from these assholes? Really? So, let's see. That's nice. I don't need to see that. Is this the... Okay. This isn't the right store, though. No. I have no idea what button I hit. Okay, they do have it there. Let's see. Let's... The f... That better not be per skein. There's... Holy shit! Amazon! The fuck you trying to pull? Okay. This color for one 8-yard skein, or 8 and change skein at Michael's is 79 cents. Okay? For one skein, one on Amazon, it's $5.50. The fuck are you talking about? That's insanity. Hello, Tommy. You had BW's for lunch, and you finally finished the first episode of the live action Avatar, and you're getting some pet snails from your brother and his wife. Interesting. Sounds like you've been very busy. Hang on, I'm in this rabbit hole now. Hold on. How much is shipping at Michael's? Cause so it's free shipping if your order is $49 or more. Okay, let me see my cart here. Hold on one second. I've got to see this. Okay, so I know it's not free. Can I continue as a guest? I just want to see. Because if you tell me it's gonna make me fill out a bunch of shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to look into that later. First episode of the second season of the series. I didn't know they did more than one season on that. To be perfectly honest. But then again, I don't watch much stuff outside of YouTube. But that's interesting. Usually the husbands will mention some stuff from that. I don't know if he knew. Dang it. That they did a second season on that. I think I've got a spot that I kinda got two spots here. I feel like I missed. That is insanity to charge $5.50 for one skein of embroidery floss when I can get it from another store for 79 cents. What? Madness is this? That is crazy. So are these like aquatic snails or are they like dirt snails? I don't know much about the snail world. I know we had snails in our fish tank at one point when we had them. So I am curious. I mean, we've got slugs that just inundate the sidewalks around here when it rains. I know those aren't the same. They don't have a shell. Oh, hi. You scared the crap out of me. Can I help you? Why are you giving me that look? Hi, what's up? No. That's not for eating. No, get your dirty ass feet off of there. Your feet are always filthy, sir. Always. Stop. It makes a noise. Yes. Hi. Hang on. Beans decided that he needs some cuddles. Shall we take a beanie break? No. Get your dirty feet off of there. You're being judged by people on the internet right now, sir. And look, I need you to not make that dirty, okay? And I need you to not get tangled up in that. Let's get the tail out of there. Hi. Hi, my bringer of chaos. So Steam Summer Sale's going on right now. So don't forget to check out that. I ended up grabbing two. You are so much troubles, you know that. Ended up getting a bundle of 2 games. So we'll have 2 new titles for when we're done with Bookshop Simulator to pick from. So I grabbed Grimshire and Echoes of Plum Grove. You are chaos. You're the embodiment of chaos, Mr. Cat. Alright. Go ahead. Go do cat things. Okay. That is just... Sorry, my brain is still hung up on this $5.50.
What's going on?
Huh? What?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by programming. What's this about $5.50?
So I'm not sure I'm going to have enough of these colors to complete this. Because they gave me very little, and I was very nervous. However, they did supply the DMC colors for each one.
Okay.
So I'm like, cool, I can replace these.
Okay.
They're 79 cents a piece at Michael's. This color was $5.50 for one strand. One.
That was at Michael's?
No.
That was at Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's the first thing. They're taking some resellers taking advantage of you searching Amazon first.
And they're like, "Oh, there's only 3 left here."
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I had my.
No, it's okay. You don't have to pull it out. I know what size it is. I know.
$5.50 for one.
I know.
That is.
Did you check elsewhere?
Hobby Lobby didn't have the color, and Walmart didn't have the color.
Okay, there's the problem. The colors run dry and someone's
like. I don't think they carry the color.
Oh well.
Careful, careful, careful!
Son of a.
He likes to lay behind your feet.
Yes, he does. He's lucky I didn't squish his tail.
And I'm just floored.
Well, we'll just have to find the nearest equivalent then.
Well, I can order it from Michael's, or I can go and get it, because they do have it at that one location that is around here. Sort of. But it means the drive down there. Or, like, I tried to see how much shipping was going to be, but I need to fill out a bunch of information, and I don't want to take the time to do that right now to do a fake order.
Weren't you going to have me take you there anyhow?
Yeah, for my birthday, but so. I don't know if I'm going to need it before then or not. And I was waiting until my birthday in case my mother gave me money to make the most of the trip down there. Because it's like a good 50-minute drive. Now, I have one of the red shades already. But this particular shade of green I did not have. Tommy, you left before I found out if it's like wet snails or dry snails. You've left me hanging here. Now I'll never know. Are pet snails generally wet or dry?
I have no idea. I've never known people to own snails as pets. I'm assuming it's a larger variety, so it might be a land snail.
Yeah, I don't know. This is new to me.
Only snails I ever had to interact with are the ones that got into the fish tank.
Yeah.
Mess things up. They weren't really pets.
So I'm confused. So we should be able to get in this week. Tuesday stream. That is my foot. No. Don't bite me. No. No. That was not the answer. I'm sorry that you were bored. No, 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 no. Maybe I should have did these berries first. Shit. Like, I almost need to... I was looking at them and I was not sure if I should have did them first or not. The answer, probably. Probably. I did find out that the default selection to encode or render my projects in this new version of DaVinci, every new file keeps reverting to this particular type of render coding that is unplayable on my computer. So, and I could not figure out why the render was taking so long. Mr. Bean! That hurt. For a half-an-hour video file, I was so confused. I was like, what is going on here? Mr. Bean, your nail is stuck in my sock. Stop. He's gonna be a bit of a brat now all of a sudden. Because of course he is. I don't... Bean. Bean. Oh, that angle was way off. I'm distracted by the bean tagging my foot. Boy, you need your nails cut. Chaos bringer and destroyer of worlds. Very much so. If you turn my computer off, in the middle of this live stream, lady is not going to be very happy with you. It is so hard not to react when he is stabbing me in the foot with his claws. But I know he keeps doing it because I freak out every time he does it because it hurts. And I also know he's doing it because he's bored and he wants me to play with him, but I'm a little indisposed at the moment, guy. If you didn't, like, hide all of your toys everywhere. You could play with those. Your one mousey I had to put in your room because Miss Snuffles kept trying to eat the tag off of it. And it was of a size that would be problematic because it was about the size of her mouth. Never thought I'd have to toddler-proof my house for pets. We had to put a baby gate across the space under our kitchen sink. There's no cabinet there, like no doors. And Cal kept climbing under there where we had cleaning products and everything, and we think he was licking the bottles. So when we had the glass top stove for a while, we had cleaner for it that was sitting on the counter behind our dish drying rack. So I mean, it wasn't easy to get to. Hi again. The husband caught him up there licking the top of the bottle. We're like, are you trying to off yourself? Like, what are you doing? Hi, can I help you? I'd really rather you not get into my string that I have very limited amounts of. Thank you. He woke up from his nap and has decided it is time to cause as much trouble as possible before bed. It's not even that late, Bean. I mean, it's possible I'll have enough of this, but I also know me. And it just doesn't feel like they gave me anywhere near enough. I mean, my stitches are a little all over the place, but I'm trying to keep them on the intended angle. Dang it. Yes, so there's not going to be a stream on Friday, and I do apologize because I want to get back into Planet Zoo. But there's just no way. With the city's fireworks display, some of those that go off have shook our house pretty badly. To the point where we thought there was a misfire or something had gone terribly, terribly wrong. We were like, what was that? Hi, that's my chair. Which might also be a reason why he's being extra right now. He may want my chair. Are you stuck in my chair? Hi. What did you just knock off? You just liberated something from my desk. And I have no idea what. But I have a feeling I'm going to be very angry in a second with you, Mr. Cat. Oh. That's not how you play with the laser pointer, buddy. Don't stare directly at it. Look. Oh, get it, Susan, get it! You're not supposed to stare directly into the laser, Mr. Bean. What's up, doggo? Hi. Oh, the police department is busy tonight.
Just wait a minute.
No, not yet. Daddy will be with you. Shh. Daddy will be with you in a minute. Oh my goodness. It's turning into a circus over here. Crazy animals. Everybody's going crazy. At least we're finally gonna get a couple of dry days. Because we definitely can use it. Hold on. Okay, so We just did around that one. Okay, there's the second one. Okay, so that is supposed to be blank. Around the toes. Okay, there's the third one. Okay, so all of that in there is blank. Okay. I needed my pen to compare it. Because I was suddenly very, what the fuck is this? Say this guy here. I know. Patience, my guy. Patience. We are almost through our first strand of green here. I'm gonna need to tie this one off. And I'm sorry I didn't get further, but you know, we were sort of doing a mini unboxing and an amateur's analysis of what was in store for me. This wasn't quite confident enough to attempt a chicken from scratch yet. I mean, it's a very dark green. All right, so I'm gonna loosen the side bolts here. These guys. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Bean's got teeth marks in this from him trying to eat it. He chews everything. Oh, I didn't know I had gotten a knot there. Well, I didn't have too much waste on the back. I was a little scared to see what it looked like back here, but that's not too bad. Alright, let's get the tiny scissors. Okay, now that time it didn't want to cut. But I did get it eventually. Alright, I'm just gonna flip it back up and see if I can get the angle back so that you all can kind of see. To a degree. Because like it's a balance because I need to be able to see, right? So all right, what time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. Okay, so we didn't get super far, but I've gotten something starting here. So it's start. I wasn't expecting to get super far tonight, but I wanted to at least get it started. I might try to do some more work on this later in the week. I could try to work on it on Wednesday. Instead of our name canvas, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in when we get there. I do have some time, so um, you know, I don't think I have to rush too hard yet. I do have 2, 3, 4 other ones I have to do. 2 are not kits. Those I have to freehand. But we will see how that goes. I mean, it's not bad. I didn't really get a good handle, but like we were 40 minutes in before I even really got started. So, now that we're already in the hoop, we're on the the rack, and this was just off Amazon. Um the wooden hands-free ones can be a little expensive, like 30 to 40, but it's been extremely helpful and I am happy with the purchase and it's holding up pretty well. Mine had all the pieces with it, nothing was missing, haven't had any issues. I've had to maybe retighten the bottom screws that support the side pieces maybe once or twice, and I have had it slip when I was pulling through the angle I had it at, but I just didn't quite have it uh, tightened enough here, and it was an easy fix. So, no real major complaints there. So, I am going to stop it there for right now because I've been going nonstop today. Since I got up, it's been house chores and dinner, and then right after dinner, I had to fold laundry, so more house chores, and then we rolled into this. So, I'm gonna go chill for a while. Oh, and I was editing, so that takes some time. I might go back to editing, maybe, or I might just deal with that tomorrow. Um, and chill for the rest of the evening. But yeah, thank you for checking out the bonus stream tonight. And I will see everybody on Tuesday for some Stardew Valley. So you guys enjoy your weekend. And until next time, have a good one.